Hey y'all, I'm back with this video about hiring staff. So I never worked I worked in daycare, I worked in childcare for 16 years. I'm not a director or owner. My dream is to be an owner, but right now I'm not an owner. So this is going by not experience, but my personal feelings of how a daycare should be ran. So the things you should do when you want a qualified staff. First, first, if you are the director, you need to look within yourself. You have to be a good person. You have to be honest, and you cannot be biased. Everyone should be treated the same. First, you got to look within yourself and fix yourself. That's the first thing that comes. You have to fix yourself. If you're a person that likes to um, judge people because you don't like them just because of a certain characteristic, you may not be a good director. You have to be like partial. You can't be biased. So I'm gonna start off. So once you get yourself right, look within yourself and get yourself right. So one of the first things is hire qualified staff. Hire people that when you talk to them, they talk like they know what they're talking about. Someone who, if you ask them how many children should be in a class or how often a child should be changed, they should know these answers right off. It shouldn't take them, and they should give the right answers. They should they should know every mostly everything about childcare for them to be qualified. Um, it'll be good to have people that are have someone that has a degree or not even a degree, just a high school diploma. I mean, I think most states you had to have a high school diploma, but a CDA will also be good to have. So high qualified staff, someone that knows what they're doing. Look for different personalities with these staff. Um, Everybody doesn't have to be funny. Everybody doesn't have to be outgoing. Have different personalities in your center. Everybody don't have to be all bubbly. Everybody doesn't have to be your friend. Um, don't try to hire people that you feel like you can click with. Um, Working at daycare is not about having a clique of people that you can, be friends with. You are the director. You're not there to make friends. So hire different personalities. You may have people that are quiet. Somebody may be introvert, extrovert. Everybody's not the same. So don't try to look for a certain personality in your workers. Stay away from friends and relatives. What I mean by this is like if someone is at the job and they're working there already, they may have a cousin or a best friend that may want to come and work. Try to stay away from this. I know it could be hard if the friend or the person is very qualified and you think they have some good, experience, maybe, but try not to have so many friends and relatives in a workplace. Then you create a cliquish environment. And eventually cliquish environments don't turn out well because you know once they start somebody get mad and it doesn't turn out well. Offer livable wages. If you want to hire good people, you want to have a good center with low turnover rate, offer good wages. Nobody wants to work with children. Working with kids is a lot of work. It can be stressful sometimes, and no one wants to work and make $11 and $12, especially in August of 2023 when the gas prices are like 350 almost, I think. Well, here in Alabama it's close to 350 a gallon. Nobody wants to make $12 an hour. Those days are over. Nobody wants to take care of children and all of your gas, all of your paycheck going in the gas tank to get to work. Offer livable wages. I would say it depends on what state you live in, but minimum wage in Alabama is $7.25, I think. But they in childcare, people should be making at least 15, no less than $15. That's how I feel about it. I mean, it may be a little higher in like places like California, New York, because the wages, the living wages are higher. But in Alabama, southern states, you should make no less than $15 working in childcare in 2023. So, if you want workers that's gonna stay, you have to pay. Okay, so do not be biased. I kind of covered this a little bit in the first part. Do not be biased. When you have workers, you have to treat everybody equally. You can't like one person over here and treat this person over there better than this one, and this will cause conflict. I don't know how often this happened at work, but I have worked in childcare long enough, and I have witnessed this type of behavior where a lot of bias is going on and favoritism, and a lot of times that doesn't work. It's not good. It's not good for the environment. Excuse me. Okay, so do not be biased for whatever reason. I mean, you may not like someone because of their personality, but as long as their personality is not harmful to the child, nobody's going to. You may not like someone because a person is quiet, or a person may be a little too outgoing, or they may, I don't know, people have different personalities, but you have to remain neutral with people if you want to be a good boss and have a great center. Excuse me, my sinus is really acting up. It's really acting up right now. Okay, be nice, be fair, respectful, professional. When you are a director, you have to remain professional. Professional is dressing nice. You can't walk around with short skirts, but you telling the workers to dress a certain way while you dressing a certain way. Be nice to your workers. Don't down talk them, because people eventually gonna get tired and they're gonna leave, and then they're gonna talk about your center, and you don't want to get you don't want your reputation being ruined because you treated people a certain way. Be fair, be nice. Fair means, what I mean by fair, if one worker wants to be off a certain day, and you may tell that person, oh no, you can't be off on Tuesday, but then you turn around and let another worker be off on Tuesday. Like, no, you have to be fair to everyone. You can't just pick and choose who you want to be fair to or who you want to be respectful to. You have to be respectful to everyone if you want to have a good center. If you want to have a flourishing center, you have to know what you're doing. Be professional, I said, to be respectful. Next, keep a line between you and workers. You have some directors who they don't know how to keep a line between them and the workers. They're buddies with the workers. They're friends with the workers. And this eventually caused division between other workers. Because if the director is buddy with Susie over here, but she doesn't really care for Tracy over there, and Tracy starting to notice, oh, she's let Susie do whatever she wants to do, but I asked to do this or they won't let me do that, then it's going to cause a problem. So you need to keep a line between you and your workers that are friends with. Now, you can be friends with whoever you want to be with, but while you at work, you need to keep a professional line with your workers. You can be friends at 7 o'clock when you're off the clock. While you're on the clock, the rules apply to everyone. And the workers need to know that. When we're on the clock, we're not friends. And that's how you keep it. And if Susie doesn't like it, Susie will have to accept it or leave. Treat everybody the same. Okay. Have rules in place for everyone. So have your workers too. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my closet. Have workers sign papers about the rules. Rules should apply to everyone equally. Everyone should. It should be a dress code for everyone. Everyone should have a dress code. Everyone should dress um in a respectful way, Nothing too tight, nothing too revealing, or nothing revealing at all. And it should apply to everyone, not just the people that you don't like. Some that goes back to favoritism. No favor. Don't show any favoritism. So a lot of times you get buddies with your coworker, not coworkers. You get buddies with your workers, and then certain things don't apply to them, but it applies to other people. So you need to work on this. You should remain professional when you have a center. Everything should be neutral. It shouldn't be no friendships, no any of that should not be between the administration and the staff. And if you want to have a nice ran center, you have to keep it professional. Everyone have to be treated equally. Pay living wages. How qualified staff, and also train the people. Even have training days, because sometimes you work at daycare, you may forget some things. After a few years, if a person worked long enough, they may kind of forget. So you got to do a refreshing course. So have training days where you refresh them and refresh the stuff that goes on and what need to be done in a room. When your workers talk to you, ask questions, talk to them, listen to what they say, and keep it private. Don't go back and say, oh, well, so-and-so came and told me. Even if you are a friend to someone at the job off clock, there is a line between someone tell you, oh, I have this issue at home. That is for your ears only. You do not go and run and tell Susie what Diana told you. So keep it professional, and you will have a good center. This is part 1. I might make a part 2, but this is part 1. So anyway, bye-bye.